What is up, disc golfers? Today on Iceberg TV, I want to do a little bit of a Discraft update. We got some pretty significant Brodie Smith news, and I want to do just a little brief Paul McBeth update. Seems like things are looking really good for him as well. So Discraft is actually shipping things out now. They've been shipping orders for the past couple of weeks now, and things are looking really good. People are getting their Signature Series discs. And now that they're actually moving the products, the touring pros are going to start seeing their income coming in at a higher rate again, because people know when they order a disc, they're actually going to get their order. So that's really cool. So these are the players that have all the different Signature Series discs, and each player has their own signature disc. Definitely leave in your comments section down below which signature disc you're most excited about. And then we obviously have the Brodie 3-pack going on. So the Avenger Assess, the Buzz, and the Roach. So a really great beginner pack amongst all sorts of other things that's going on with Discraft. Now, I figured just mentioning that would be a good way to start this bit of the video. We have Brodie Smith. He uploaded this picture. This is like a bullseye rash that's very common when you get bit by something like a deer tick that contains Lyme's disease. Now, you get this bullseye rash usually within right around that 24-hour mark of getting bit by a tick. And Brodie actually, he uploaded a video with Paul, or actually it's on Paul's channel. So they were he was acting a real weird. Brodie seemed like he wasn't really feeling like himself. He was acting like a bit out of it and real goofy. And it seemed like he was feeling really sick, because there was a point in the video where he was saying, like, oh man, I feel like if I throw this disc, I'm gonna throw up right now. Like, and he was being funny about it, and I was literally like laughing because it was just like funny the way he was saying it. But then this happened as well.
It's okay, it was a good ad for your shirt.
I think I need a nap. A what?
A power nap?
Like a 15-minute power nap.
Alright, you can sleep on the way back.
I do that.
That's the only time I have a nap. Nap time on the drive. That's good though.
So, like, they're literally playing around and they're practicing and, you know, doing some training. And I mean, he's literally like talking through his throw, and he's just clearly not like super focused on what's going on. And he was saying like he's not feeling good. He really feels like he needs to just like take a nap. And this was just like foreshadowing to the other video that I saw where he was just like, I do not feel good, and he just seemed not right, and it didn't seem like his chipper self, which was a bit concerning. And then very soon after, you know, he's been sick for a couple of days, and all of a sudden we see this come up, and we see Ricky in here saying, praying for you, my man. That looks like Lyme from personal experience after just getting it a few months ago, but I genuinely hope not. And yes, you can catch it in time where the antibiotics will work. So we all know that Ricky did not get antibiotics straight away for his Lyme's disease when he got bit by a tick. Brodie, on the other hand, went straight to the hospital, and so he went straight to the hospital and he got his antibiotics, and basically they were home. Kelsey came in, saw the rash on his back, and she was like, it definitely looks like a tick bite's causing all of his sickness. He wasn't feeling good, and they weren't sure if it was Lyme's disease or one of the many other viruses you can get for a tick bite, but I'm optimistic that, you know, we caught this early and the Doxy will fix it. The Doxy is the antibiotic that they give you when you possibly get Lyme's disease, and they give it to you when you get a tick bite to try and prevent that Lyme's disease. So I don't want to let you know what's going on, because YouTube and social media will be on an all-time low over the next few days. Got to get over this dark horse virus so I can get back to dominating. Just a little bump in the road. So I think this was a really classy way for Brodie to let everybody know what's going on. He was not obligated at all to give us this much insight into his own personal life and his own personal health status. So I was a bit surprised when I saw this, because it really isn't his obligation to anybody outside of his friends and family to tell us what's going on. So I think that gives you just some insight into the fact that Brodie really cares about his audience, and he really does care about the people who have helped him get where he gets today, and his fans and his followers. It really does seem like he appreciates all of us, or else he wouldn't, you know, post this picture and post this big whole thing explaining everything. So all we can do is hope that Brodie gets better, and I definitely hope he gets better. I've been a fan of Brodie for a long time, since way back when he was doing ultimate frisbee tutorials. Even if he did get Lyme's disease, it wouldn't be the end of the world because he'd be able to just get, you know, continued treatments, and you just need to, you know, Lyme's disease affects everybody differently. So even if he did get it, he'd probably still be super fine. But sounds like they got the antibiotics like in soon enough. If it wasn't soon enough, then they wouldn't have given the antibiotics at all. So hopefully when we get a follow-up with Brodie, we find that the doxy killed the virus and that he's back to normal and he feels a lot better. So yeah, that's my take on that. And we're going to move on. Just a little Paul update. So Paul McBeth's looking really good. He's still wearing the boot. So he's got the boot on this leg here. Now that it's warm weather, we can see that a lot more clearly. He's just wearing like a soft, it looks like some sort of, I can't tell what kind of brace it is. It looks like a fairly soft brace. It doesn't look like a major, like, huge brace. It just looks like it's a little bit of a cover, and I'm sure it's just protecting the part of his ankle where he fractured, just to prevent continued torque on it. So the brace is going to provide additional support to that ankle where it was fractured. Now, I mean, aside from the brace, though, Paul McBeth is looking really good. And the fact that he's still playing in his brace just shows that he's being responsible through his injury. And I'm still thinking that Paul McBeth is not going to take the rest of the season off. I think he's going to play through the bits of the season that he gets to play through, because the national tour is canceled. So there's just going to be some big events for him to play in. But right now it's really cool that all the big disc golfers can focus on being YouTubers, and they can focus on selling their discs, improving their game, working on their content, building their social media, and then obviously still training and being the best players that they can be. So I'm really excited to see what Paul has for us down the road, and I'm looking forward to seeing what's going on with disc golf in general. So leave it in the comment section down below how you're feeling about all these things, about Brodie, about Paul, and about Discraft in general. Thank you for watching. This is Iceberg TV, and this is an episode of Iceberg TV News. Thank you for watching, and take care.